Zoe, what are you doing? She's meowing, making noises, and now fluffing with the freaking blinds.
She'll know what to do with Tilly now.
Established in 2016, I'm the wedding planner that named their business after their cat and favorite color. Tilly and Teal was created in order to provide a planning service filled with simplicity, humility, and intentionality. Our YouTube channel focus is to provide wedding education for the engaged couples around the world. Here you'll find tips and tricks on how to plan your wedding, insight on behind the scenes, and the things I've learned along the way. This is Tilly and Teal, and welcome to our YouTube channel.
Hey there, welcome back to Tilly and Teal on YouTube, where I provide wedding education for engaged couples. We're going to be talking about what is the difference between a planner and a coordinator, especially if your venue requires you to have a day of coordinator, or maybe you've just heard really great things about hiring a planner or a coordinator. Then I'm here to give you the scoop at really what is the difference between the two. It's super simple, I promise. Planners really are the people that will come in and help you plan your wedding. So that can look like you hiring them anywhere from 8 to 12 months out, which I highly recommend. Or maybe you're hiring a planner for what's called partial service, where you'll come in and hire them maybe 6 months before your wedding because you're looking for a couple of other vendors. You're just kind of in a place where you're stuck, things of that nature. So a planner really is going to help you lock in those crucial and essential vendors, as well as helping you out with maybe design work, if that's something that they offer, and everything else in between. Whereas your coordinator, that is somebody that will most likely come in anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks prior to your wedding. And what that looks like is that they'll jump in, they'll become your vendor liaison, they will help you create a timeline, create a floor plan, work with your caterer and or your venue, and creating a proper floor plan that will both serve you really well and also serve them really well too, just like flow of traffic, logisticals, like things of that nature as well. And they also are going to be somebody who is going to make sure that they're filling in the gaps of anything that maybe you might have overlooked. They'll also overlook or take a look at all of your vendor contracts, make sure that they are well aware of what your vendors are contracted to do. Also, you as a client, what you are contracted as well, helping you out with making sure that you're staying on top of your payments, things of that nature. And really, as 6 to 8 weeks prior to your wedding day, a lot of your family and friends are going to be asking you all the questions, like what time does the ceremony start? I lost my invitation. Can I bring my baby? All that kind of stuff. And so while you're answering all of those crazy questions, your coordinator and your planner, if you've got a planner all the way through your entire wedding process, which I highly recommend, but your coordinator is really going to be somebody that is going to be helping out on the logistical and your vendor side, making sure that everything is all good to go on that end. And then they'll most likely help you with rehearsal, as well as being on the day of your wedding for however many hours are obligated in your contract with them. So how exactly do you go about hiring? One, when you're looking for a planner or coordinator, it is super important for a couple of things to take note. One is that they are well aware of what's going on in the wedding industry. So maybe what are the latest trends, latest color palettes, some new and unique ideas that they could provide for you, as well as that they also maintaining vendor relationships, and they can recommend someone that's not only within your budget, but also is going to fit your personality and your style as well. It's super crucial that you guys are going to get along with them as well. So really, you're looking for personality matching. Planner coordinator hiring is very much like dating, where you totally want to make sure that you are going to get along with your planner and coordinator. You're going to have some really intimate conversations with either of these two roles, that whatever you're going to hire for planner or coordinator situation. But it's super important that you're going to mesh really well, right? So you want to make sure that you guys are maybe on the same page of interest, also the expectations of what the planning process is going to look like, maybe day of wedding management, what that is going to look like, everything else in between. It's super important to make sure that you get along with your coordinator, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. You're going to be talking with them a lot, and also on the wedding day, they're going to be around you a lot too. So it's super important that you guys are able to mesh well. Really, when you're looking out and doing those consultations, you're interviewing them and what they can bring to the table, but also ask about themselves too. What are some food that they like to eat? What are some TV series that they like to eat? Finally, it's super important that you have established what expectations you have in regards to the entire planning process, as well as wedding day management. Every planner and coordinator is going to be different. Though they might use the same terminology in regards to marketing and expressing what their services are, really when it comes down to it in the execution of those services, every planner is going to be different. They're going to have a certain way where they have just developed over time what works best for them. For example, for myself, when it comes to full service, where I'm coming in anywhere between 8 to 12 months prior to the wedding day, and I'm also offering design, I really am doing a lot of hand holding. Whereas for my wedding day management, or my event management, as I like to call it, clients, I'm checking in with them once a month, making sure that they're doing really well, they're abiding by the checklist that I've provided them. If they have any questions, they can answer those, or I can answer those for them. And just kind of checking in with them and that sort of thing. So your planner or coordinator is on your team. They're going to advocate for you from day one. They're going to work with your venue coordinator. They're going to work with your vendors. They're going to work with your family and your friends to ensure you have a really great and beautiful wedding day. So entrust in your planner or coordinator. Let them guide you. Let them help you out. And there really could be nothing going wrong. So thanks so much for joining us this week, and I'll see you next time.